And finally, we've managed to find some signal, which is wonderful news. Isn't that great? Ha! Phew! We've also been running around doing all sorts of crazy things. My name is Tayla, and on camera with me today is Giraffe, and we're sitting on the wide open plains, which I'm not sure what it's called just yet. We've just got a map, so I still need to learn that. But it's quite entertaining. That little giraffe that we were watching just in the distance, it is a little giraffe, as I just said, and it doesn't seem to have any friends to play with, but the zebra are being obliging. Now, it looks like there's a little bit of a haze, and that's because it's all the dust. So they've been chasing one another around. What are you doing, little giraffe? Are you eating the smallest of bushes and trying to confuse people to make it look like you're grazing? Look at it. That long neck for nothing, and it wants to bend down and feed on the smallest of shrubs. Typical. We actually have seen that in East Africa quite a bit, where they feed on little shrubs and it kind of looks like they're grazing, but they don't. They just eat leaves, a variety of sorts. Are you going to chase your zebra friends again? You're motoring in that direction. You can also hear all the crowned lapwings making lots of noise. But this is just a really awesome example of how different species interact with one another. And it's not uncommon to see giraffe, zebra, impala. Maybe you could even see some rhinos or some other plains game together. Isn't that lovely? And the zebras are getting quite feisty with one another too. It's a nice big herd of zebra. Who have we got playing? We've got some, here we go, some stallions, some young boys. Getting a bit frisky with one another, sort of roughhousing a little bit. And that will probably go on for quite some time. Now I've just lost the call, but that's okay. I'm just going to carry on, and I will keep checking my mobile device to see if one of the directors messaged me. So I do apologize for that, but we just will enjoy the zebra as they play around. Now this is typical. This is how animals out in the wild show their dominance, is by wrestling with one another. And sorry, excuse that sound. And zebra, of course, have got very sharp teeth, so even though they are playing, they have to be quite careful. I don't know if any of you have ever been bitten by a horse or a pony, or maybe you've been bitten by a zebra. Oh, and they're sort of angled in, not nice straight teeth, and that would hurt quite a bit. Never mind their nasty kick. Look, going right in for the nether regions there. Oh, goodness gracious. Look at that. So you can see that actually maybe not just testing the strength. Maybe this is a serious battle of stallions. Perhaps there's a young upstart that's trying to steal a few mares from the resident stallion that lives up on this open plain. Look how they can rear up. Very powerful back legs. And then they will chop with their front hooves too. And remember, zebras are unkept. They've no farriers out here to come and maintain their hooves. So again, depending on what substrates they run around on, they're probably quite jagged edges, and that would be quite painful too. Now there's quite a few stallions here, and Arnold, yes, zebras are territorial in the sense that they'll have a group of mares, so female zebras, that they'll look after, and normally one zebra will stay within that same herd for quite some time. However, if the herd gets too big, it obviously becomes quite difficult for the males to maintain and to look after all the mares. And then, like what I think might be happening here, is you might get a male that comes through and tries to steal one or two mares, and you know, just slowly bring them across to his side. So they will be very territorial over their sort of females. And it just seems to be the same two that are having a go at it. But there are some other males here that aren't too interested. I don't know my binoculars just yet, but I'm trying to figure out if there are some mares here. Being able to tell the difference between mares and stallions, it can be quite tricky, because they look very similar. Just, of course, the stallions are producing lots of testosterone, so they typically have quite a thick neck, broad shoulders, and a lovely round rump. You can even hear them as they run along, their hooves touching the ground. Sorry, I've just dropped the call again. There we go, I'm back in action. Also, that's not us in the distance. That's another zebra on its way down, releasing all that gas. Look at them going round and round. It's making me dizzy. Oh, kick to the face.